It started like any other Tuesday. I was heading down to the basement to switch over a load of laundry, humming some tune I'd heard on the radio, when I stopped dead in my tracks. There, at the far end of the damp concrete wall, was a door, a small wooden door, dark and weathered, with a tarnished brass knob. This might not seem strange to you, but I've lived in this house for 5 years. I know every crack in the foundation, every cobweb in the corners, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, that door was not there yesterday. My first thought was, I must be losing my mind. Maybe it was always there and I'd just never noticed it. Impossible. It was right next to the water heater, a spot I'd passed 1,000 times. My heart started hammering against my ribs. I slowly walked towards it, the air growing colder with each step. I reached out a shaky hand and touched the wood. It was real, solid, old. There was no keyhole, just the knob. My mind raced. Was this some kind of prank? Did a contractor install it without telling me? No, that was ridiculous. I spent the next hour just staring at it, trying to work up the courage to turn the knob. Every logical part of my brain was screaming at me to walk away, to call someone, to just pretend it wasn't there, but the curiosity was overwhelming. Where could it possibly lead? My house is built on a solid slab of concrete. There's nothing beyond that wall but dirt and rock. I even went outside and checked the exterior of the house. Nothing, just a smooth, unbroken foundation wall. It made no sense. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to know. My hand closed around the cold brass knob. It was stiff, like it hadn't been turned in a century. I took a deep breath, braced myself, and twisted. There was a loud, grating click that echoed in the silent basement. The door creaked open just a sliver. I couldn't see anything inside. Just pure inky blackness. A strange smell wafted out, not musty like the rest of the basement, but something else, like old paper, and something faintly sweet, like dried flowers. I pushed the door open a little wider, still nothing but darkness. I grabbed the flashlight from the top of the washing machine, my hands trembling so much I almost dropped it. I flicked it on, the beam cutting a sharp cone of light into the void, and what I saw made my blood run cold. It wasn't a room, it wasn't a closet, it was a narrow, winding staircase descending down into the earth. The steps were made of the same dark, ancient wood as the door, and they seemed to go down forever. Who built this? And more importantly, what's at the bottom? I stood there, flashlight beam trembling, on the edge of a mystery that had literally appeared in my own home. I had to know what was down there. I took the first step. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because you're not going to want to miss what happens next. This is getting weird. Thanks for watching.